Hey everyone, it's Avery, and for today's video I'm going to announce something really exciting. The big announcement is that I'm moving! Currently I live in southern Utah. We are all moving up to northern Utah, but I'm so excited to move. I seriously have been like counting down the days. You're gonna have like a whole new life. I have a feeling that I'm probably gonna cry a lot during this video and the next several videos, so bear with me. Know that I'm fine. I'm just going through a massive life-changing event. I remember when I was 16, I was just about to graduate high school. I graduated high school when I was freshly 17. I was thinking at that time that like within the next couple months, you know, that same following summer, I really wanted to move to LA. Why? I don't know. I don't know what business a fresh 17-year-old has being out in LA. I wanted to move with a friend, so I wouldn't have been like totally alone, but I remember talking to my mom about it and she was like, bitch, literally no, why would you do that? And looking back, I'm like, you know, why would I do that? So she was right. I eventually, a year and a half later, moved out when I was 18 to my apartment that I live in now, which has served me extremely well. This is the second apartment I ever looked at. The first one was literally a couple units over in the same building. Then I moved here. The reason I initially moved out of my parents' house was because I just felt like with the job that I have, it was really hard for me to just like get things done when there was constantly other people in the house. My younger brother was getting to the age where he always had friends over. My younger step siblings also like had friends over frequently, and it was just a lot going on, and I just felt like this just doesn't make sense. Like I literally can't do anything. So I decided to move out, and I remember God, I don't even know. I'm like, did I take it well? I don't remember anything. I think I transitioned pretty well because it was really close to my parents' house. Like I'm only like 25 minutes away max from my parents' house. I love my apartment. I love the area that I live in. I'm super familiar with Salt Lake, which is where I live. Salt Lake literally is like this. It's the tiniest bubble ever, which has its pros and cons. So yes, that was November, December 2020. April rolled around. My lease was 6 months. So in April I had to resign. I resigned for another year. And now it's April again. And I have signed a lease already in LA. My lease here is up April 30th and it's April 12th. I have not packed or done pretty much a single thing. So the next 18 days, I will be absolutely busting my ass figuring out this whole process. I'm moving to LA, but I wanted to backtrack a little bit more. So September 2021 rolls around. That's kind of when I very first started going back out to LA since before COVID. So it had been a while. Literally was two different beings from like when I first started going out to September. I remember I went out there to shoot with one of my favorite photographers who I had been wanting to shoot with for years. I shot with him. I met some of my best friends now for the first time around that time. I was going to events. I was literally just like living a life that like I had never really lived before. It was really fun. It was really exciting. So I came back, went back out, would go to New York the next week, would go back to LA 2 weeks later. And I was just always finding myself pretty much not in Utah, and that's how it's been until now. November 2021 rolled around, and my life from November 1st to November 30th, I can't even express how much my life changed within that month. I went through a very rough breakup of a long-term relationship, and pretty much my life that I once had in Utah was gone. Every little, everything, every reason that I kind of had to stay in Utah was now vanished. Other than my family, obviously, who is always going to be here and will always be like a constant in my life. So that's like a very different thing. Since November, I am a new person. I am an entirely different woman with a completely different outlook on life. That is definitely kind of the biggest reason that I am looking for a fresh start, was because I'm not gonna lie, it's a little depressing being here in Utah. Like I feel like when I'm here, my life is on pause, and I feel like I'm constantly waiting for the next thing to happen, the next travel opportunity, something. Because when I'm here, I just feel like I am rotting in my apartment. Like I don't really have a social life, and honestly, I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally good to be by myself and hang out on my own. I felt like I had spent so long kind of building this life here in Salt Lake just for it to be gone like that. It's really strange even still, because it's like I'm still in the same place. I still have all my same things. I still go to the same places, but my life is so different. So when I first started going out in September, it was like a little idea in my mind, like, oh, like it would be fun to live here, whatever. But then all that shit happened and I was like, you know, I just think I need a fresh start. I love Utah so much and I will always have such a great appreciation for it. Utah's my home. It will always be my home, even though it is a very weird place. I love it with all my heart. So yeah, over the last couple months, I have been debating whether I wanted to move, and I decided to pull the trigger. I signed a lease literally like last week as I was in the airport about to fly to New York. I'm very excited. I'm also extremely, why am I just grabbing my boob? I'm very excited for this new chapter of life. I really hope it treats me well. I don't know. I hope you guys are excited with me and to like come along this journey with me. I know it's not like mind-blowing, like, oh my God, a YouTuber is moving to LA, but that's like not the way that I'm seeing it. Yes, I definitely think being out there would be very beneficial for my career, but it's not even just that. There's so much more that goes into it. Like this isn't just like a, oh, like, you know, I'm just gonna move to LA and fuck around, whatever. Like this is not, that's not what this is at all. This is going to be fucking nuts, dude. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I am planning on getting quite a bit of new furniture. I just think having a lot of this old furniture, which has so many like memories attached to it, I feel like I would honestly, I know this sounds super dramatic, but like I think I would struggle seeing it in a new place where like I just feel like it didn't originally belong there. This dining table, for example, for some reason, this table brings out the absolute worst in people. It has heard some very evil things. In my mind, this is known as the shit-talking table because, God, it has heard some evil things. For myself included, you know, that's what being a young girl is all about, is talking shit. I don't know. I hope you guys are excited with me. Yeah, I'm fucking moving. Like, I'm packing my shit and leaving. I really think that this is going to be really good for me, and I would really appreciate all of your guys' support because a bitch needs it. You have a hair on you. Got it. I'm excited to be close to my friends. I'm excited to not have it be snowing in April. That will be pretty nice. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this also is like really good timing. I really wanted to be here through the month of April because it's my mom and sister's birthday. It's Easter. So yeah, by April 30th, this shit will be empty. I will not be here. I'm gonna be vlogging a lot throughout the next couple weeks and probably months because it's going to be a whole new thing of like getting back into routines and habits. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous about not like being in my routines, I guess, like not waking up, going straight to the gym, coming back, showering, getting ready, cooking my breakfast, like doing like whatever work. You know, it's going to be like a whole ordeal. So I have a lot of figuring out to do. So somebody told me I look like Elle Fanning the other day, and my ego has been +1 ever since. So that's all for now. I've been sitting on my floor for far too long and I worked out my ass today. So, ooh. Thank you guys for being here and supporting me since I was literally 12. This is crazy. Like if my 14-year-old self knew that I would be moving to LA, she would shit herself. Literally, like she would not be okay. 19-year-old me would still also shit herself and not be okay, but like this has been something that was like kind of like a dream. I grew up on YouTube and being like an internet kid and like seeing like all my favorite people always live in LA or Europe. Was into the Europeans. You know, it was always something that I watched and was like, damn, like they are living the life. And now that's going to be me. Can you see my back knee? It's getting really bad and I think it's because of stress, but anyway, I don't know what else is going in this video, so